This video will be a Marvel video, so hope you enjoy the video. Let's start off with number 10. To start off at number 10, we have Sin. Her abilities are telepathy, telekinesis, teleportation, entangability, and more. Her first appearance was in Captain America number 290 in 1984 in a comic book. Cynthia Sin Schmidt is the daughter of the Red Skull. The Skull returned when Cynthia was a child and put her in a special machine that accelerated her aging process until she was an adult and gave her superhuman powers.
Number 9. Tiger Shark. Tiger Shark's real name is Todd Arliss, and he first appeared in Detective Comics number 147 in the year 1949. He was an Olympic swimmer who damaged his spinal cord and could no longer swim. He was then subjected to an experiment to heal him, in which the DNA of Neymar the Submariner and a tiger shark were mixed and injected into his own. His superpowers are superhuman strength, stamina, durability, and senses, and has a healing factor. He also has razor-sharp adamantium teeth.
Number 8. Jackal. Jackal first appears in The Amazing Spider-Man number 129 in February 1974. Jackal's powers include superhuman strength, speed, hearing, and agility. On top of that, he is a trained martial artist and a genius.
In 7th, we have Toad. His abilities are he's an expert kickboxer, he's a mechanic, he has a superhuman leg, he has tongue strength, endurance, agility, balance, leaping, and many more. His first appearance was in the X-Men number 4 in 1964 in a comic book. However, over the years, the Toad's original powers have increased and he has gained additional powers through further mutation, including adhesive saliva and an orangutan prehensile tongue.
Lexter was an abused child and did many things to stop his father. He painted a bullseye on his own dad's head and then shot him with a dart. The dart went straight through the brain and killed his father. He soon discovered that his aim was unmistakable, extraordinary. He called it his talent. He therefore went to go play baseball, seeing that his aim was incredible, but found no joy in always winning. He decided that he'd like to use his talent for murder and killing instead. Bullseye finally met eye to eye with Daredevil when he killed Elektra for Kingpin. He was also sent to Spider-Man by Norman Osborn and the mischievous Skrull by Thunderbolt. This involved him getting into the Skrull Civil War, which wasn't ideal for Bullseye, since he had to face off against Spider-Man as well. He was so good that he got on the team of the Dark Avengers, and he was the Dark Hawkeye. Being this character actually made him an enemy of Hawkeye. Once more, he was hired to kill Daredevil and nearly succeeded beating Daredevil, almost killing him. Daredevil was out for blood, and after finding his whereabouts, he went after him. Bullseye was baffled when he realized that Elektra had recovered her life and was an epic final battle with Bullseye and Elektra, but the end was near for Bullseye when he barely escaped. He also killed the leader of the Assassin's Guild so that he could take over. This just proves how disastrous and chaotic this man really is. On to number 5.
Number 5. Plantman. Plantman's real name is Samuel Smithers. His first appearance is in The Strange Tales Volume 1, number 113, in October 1963. Samuel created a device capable of communicating with plants, but then he got laughed out of the scientific community, and the only job he could find was being a gardener. However, a strange lightning storm zaps his plant ray gun, allowing it to control and animate plant life. And then he puts a disguise on as Plantman, and seeks revenge on the scientific community.
Here's number 4. The Spot. Jonathan Ahn was a student at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Jonathan was hired to work for Kingpin. He was assigned to artificially mimic the radiation powers of Cloak, another Marvel villain. He successfully managed to create a portal which he entered only to pass out shortly after. Once waking up, he managed to return to Earth through a doorway out, but when he emerged from the portal, his body was full of spots, or miniature space gates, as you will. He soon realized that he can manipulate the spots and could use them to win in battle. After that, he had many battles with Spider-Man and was involved with several other groups such as the Gideon Trust, Hydra, and even part of the Sinister Six for a little while. Several of his abilities include teleportation, superhuman speed, spot manipulation, and many more. Spot had several encounters with other heroes such as Daredevil and even the Avengers. After that, he was captured by his former boss, Kingpin, to help him catch another villain, and that's pretty much the last we've heard of Spot in the comics. Hopefully, we'll take a look at this one in the movies, because I really think he could make a lot of money for the MCU anytime soon. Other than that, let's get on to number 3.
Moving on to the top 3. Third best villain is Swarm. His abilities are fight, entanglement, shapeshifting, and ability to mentally manipulate the bees that compose his body. He was first introduced in the comic Champions in 1977. Swarm is a Nazi scientist that is made of bees. Swarm was once a man named Fritz von Meyer, a Nazi who had fled to jungles of South America following World War II. Von Meyer spent his time there researching the local bees until one day he came upon a hive, unlike any he had seen before. Investigating further, the former Nazi discovered that the bees exhibited signs of intelligence much higher than normal and theorized it was related to the high levels of radioactivity in the area caused by a recent meteor shower. It was also suspected that if he could find a way to control the swarm, he could breed enough of them to conquer the world, and set about a crafting device to do just that.
Number 2. Gravitron. Gravitron first appeared in Avengers number 158 in April 1977. Gravitron has the power to control gravity at his own will, and he got these powers by being exposed to too much gravitonium. Then he went after more gravitonium to get even more power.
And finally, we come to number 1, Mephisto. Mephisto is an outer-dimensional demon that lives in the pocket realm called Hell. Mephisto, as a young man, tried to corrupt many groups of people or tiny villages. But at about that time, it was maybe 1 billion DC. Once Adam and Eve came along, he was the snake that tricked them into eating the forbidden fruit. He doesn't really like to be associated with Satan, but doesn't mind either. He has all the bad in the world. In the 10th century, he started a mutant apocalypse to mess with the original Avengers. Mephisto, along the way, tried to corrupt several superheroes and villains to take control of their body. The only thing that can truly pose a challenge to Mephisto is Galactus. Mephisto eventually did have a family and a daughter named Mephista, but he also corrupted Scarlet Witch's soul by allowing her to use the spirit to make Tommy and Billy. Mephisto's son, Blackheart, tried to kill his father and then take the throne. He successfully had Mephisto killed, but resurrected himself and took another dimension for his own. Mephisto has been rumored to have several deals with heroes such as Black Panther, Scarlet Witch, and Doctor Strange, even the Ghost Rider. Mephisto is one of the strongest villains in the Marvel Universe by far. Here's a list of it, just a bit of his powers. He has superhuman strength, speed, stamina, durability, agility, has regenerative healing, immortality, magical powers, shapeshifting, dimensional entrapment, reality manipulation, and he can also teleport and tell the future. These are just a few of the powers that this demon has in store. Mephisto's only weakness is that he can't make a deal with anyone that he has made with before. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe for more daily content, and share if you really enjoyed it. Every bit helps since we're a small, little channel, and we really look forward to gaining some popularity or fame. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed. Next time will be better.